Hey there. So I've got a question for you. How many hours do you think you spend online in a given week? According to a 2018 study conducted by the University of Southern California, the average American spends 24 hours a week online. That means that scrolling, searching, and swiping our way through the internet takes up the same amount of time as a part-time job. Fortunately, common website structures help us browse more quickly. It doesn't matter if you're searching for a pediatrician or checking out the latest news. Odds are that every website you come across uses familiar information architecture. These aren't accidents, these are site structures. There are 4 common site structures: hierarchical, sequential, matrix, and database. Each of these structures is unique and serves a specific purpose. Let's learn about them. The hierarchical model is one of the most popular website structures. It's a top-down approach to structure that starts with top-level categories of information, referred to as the parent level. Then content is narrowed into more detailed information, called the child level. This structure is very similar to a family tree, which is what the parent and child level terms are based on. The first page of a hierarchical website is the home page, where users start. This is represented by the page 1 at the top of a tree. The next level contains pages for the main categories of content. On a website, these categories usually appear in a navigation bar at the top of the home page. This is represented by pages 2, 3, and 4 in the diagram. Often, when you hover your mouse over one of the categories in the navigation bar or click on that category, a list of additional pages within that category appears. Each of these pages is considered a child of the parent category. For example, page 5 and page 6 are considered child pages of page 2. HBO.com is a good example of the hierarchical model. The website homepage offers main categories like series, movies, and docs at the parent level across the top of the homepage. If I click on one of the category pages like series, the site offers subcategory pages at the child level like featured series, specials, and sports. You might have guessed that the hierarchical model gets its name from the word hierarchy. In UX design, hierarchy means organizing your content by importance. What's the most important, and what's the least important? And how do you connect this content together? A second common website structure is sequential. A sequential model is a website structure that leads users through a step-by-step process. Sequential websites order their pages from a starting page to an endpoint, sort of in a line. Users start on the site's first page and click a link or button to go to the next page in the order. Users continue this pattern, clicking through the pages in order until they've reached the last page. In a true sequential structure, like in an online survey, users aren't able to navigate to pages out of order. They can navigate between the next and previous page, but they aren't able to skip over pages or go to a home page. So think of this. Have you ever tried to find car insurance online? Almost all insurance sites are sequential forms to get a quote. The purpose of each page in a website that uses a sequential structure is to get users to the next step in the sequence, moving them toward an end goal. Okay, next up is a matrix model. The matrix model is a structure that allows users to follow their own path, since content is linked in several different ways. Users can navigate to any page in a matrix model website and still be able to access all of the other pages as well. This allows users to explore the site freely. Because all the content links to each other, the matrix model is sometimes referred to as the web model. Think about the homepage of a news website. Chances are the website has a navigation menu at the top, the most recent content front and center on the page, and then other news stories sorted into linked categories below. If you click on a news story, you'll find other related articles linked throughout the article. For example, if you're reading about a news story in a local zoo, you might find that a related story about an animal rescue is hyperlinked within the text. Other articles that might interest you are usually included at the bottom or to the side of the page too. Try pulling up your favorite news website now to check this out. One pro tip to keep in mind: this matrix model structure is considered outdated by some UX designers. Matrix models don't provide a great user experience because they can be tricky to navigate if you don't already know what you're looking for. Despite this, matrix models are still in use by many popular websites that want users to interact with a lot of the website's content, instead of sending the user on a specific journey. Finally, we have the database model. The database model is a website structure that mixes a database or an organized collection of information with search functionality. A database model creates a dynamic experience for users that includes advanced filtering and search capabilities. Think about your favorite social media network. Most social media sites offer the ability to post content with tags, like a location that categorizes the content. Users can search for content using these tags. Or think about the Google Maps website. When you land on the homepage, the main option you are presented with is to search the database for an address or a category of locations like restaurants. All right, so there you have it. 4 common website structures: hierarchical, sequential, matrix, and database. Aligning the structure of your website with one or more of these models has a few advantages. First, users have expectations for how websites work based on their prior experience using other websites. Site structure models, like the 4 we just discussed, make sure that your website meets those user expectations. Second, structure models improve navigation of websites as they add organization. Following a website structure model makes it easier for you, as a designer, to build in logical cues that orient and direct your users. And third, these structure models have been tested over time and have proven their effectiveness. They've evolved based on feedback from users and designers. They allow you to start building websites more quickly and efficiently too, since you aren't spending time inventing a structure from scratch. By now, you might be wondering which structure is best for your website design project. The answer to that question depends on your website and your users' needs. Most website structures are a combination of a couple of the structures we've introduced. It's common to blend or combine website structures to fit the needs for a specific project. That's the fun part of website design. You get to build a site that suits the specific needs of your users. One last thing to keep in mind: you may need to go beyond these models if you land a job at a brand or agency and they want to create something unique. Remember, these common structures are just a starting point. No matter the structure, the user needs to be able to easily and effectively navigate your website. All right, that's it for now.